Hi friends, Nathan Middle down under here. Very excited. I have a package to open. I wanted to open this up last night when it arrived, but we had too many people hanging out in our living room and they didn't want to move on and it got too late. So I'm doing it now when I've got a bit of peace and quiet and there's nobody around. This comes from my good buddy over in Australia, Melbourne to be exact, Brendan. You'll know him and his channel, BVD Aussie Metalhead. Used to go by Brendan Von Doom. Great guy, loves his thrash metal and basically all styles of metal, and he's dipping his toes into a bit of death metal as well. And we post packages to one another 1 or 2 times a year. He sent me some awesome stuff, including a lot of stuff from Australia that I can't get over here. Yeah, so really looking forward to opening this. Thank you very much again, Brendan, in advance. I have a package for you sitting down here, just waiting on one more thing. Hopefully it will arrive tomorrow and I'll get it posted off to you on Friday if it does arrive. So yeah, let's get on with it. I've popped the seal. Here's the box here. It says 20 CDs and 3 LP records, so that is so generous, buddy. Let's open this up and see. I'll try not to look. We have some bubble wrap, and that is cool. We have a Harlot Patch, great Australian thrash metal band. He actually sent me a couple of CDs in the last Vclt, and he's written a note in his circle. So if that might be Brendan, I'll quickly read it. And he's got at the beginning, start. So yep, good place to start then. Hey brother, just a little something to say thank you for being a great friend and your YouTube buddy. I hope you like and enjoy what I have found and put together in this package. A few Aussie treats on CD for you and a bunch of CDR DVDRs that are a mix of demos, rehearsals, live gigs, soundboard recordings and rare stuff never released. I'm still going through loads more stuff I have been gifted by a good friend, so more to come in the future. Also, a couple of records at the end. You enjoy everything here. If not, feel free to pass on. A couple of CDs came from Simon Pieface also. Cheers with lots of beers, your mate BVD. Awesome, mate, brother. Really appreciate your friendship too. So yeah, and a really cool patch. Probably got that at a gig he went to, I would imagine. And it's like it's a box inside a box. So put that down and I have to pull out my knife. Nowhere near as big as Scott Waters' knife, but this one does me. How do I get into this? Very well packed, buddy. Try not to cut anything for myself. I suppose that would make it a bit more exciting video, wouldn't it? Almost there. Here we go, we're in. So let's see what we've got in here. Oh, there's more to cut. Very, very well packed. Right. I'll try not to look. So we have a stiffener, and we first of all we have a, what earth does that say? We have a sticker, Hell Machine. I'm not sure if that's a band or it's a label, but that's pretty cool. I go for a CD first here on the top. Brilliant, awesome. I actually spoke to Brendan about this band. Their CDs are very expensive to pick up from Australia. The postage costs more than the actual CD, so that's fantastic. We have a bit of Mason. He's showed them on his channel numerous times over the last few years. This is from 2017. I think this is their debut, but yeah, I have been looking out for their albums. You don't find it over here, and I was going to buy it from Australia until I saw the shipping prices, but now, awesome, we have Mason. Great stuff. Can't remember where they're from. I think they might be from Melbourne, I might be wrong, but they are a thrash band. So that's awesome, and we just have lyrics, liner notes, that kind of thing, so that's killer. Really wrapped with that, Brendan, to have a bit of Mason finally in my collection. Good stuff. This sort of reminds me of Jason Voorhees sort of look there. That's cool, and I always love their label, their band logo. Yeah, brilliant stuff. What a start, mate, what a start. Then we have 6 Feet Under, Death Rituals. I love a bit of 6 Feet Under. I have never heard this particular album though. This one came out in 2008 on Metal Blade, so that is awesome. I think I only have one 6 Feet Under album, and is a later album of theirs, but that's brilliant. A bit more 6 Feet Under for the collection. Cool stuff. We have Nailed to Obscurity, Black Frost. Now, I believe this is one of the albums that came from Pieface, and I did check this out and I really enjoyed it. Can't remember what kind of music it was, but I'm picking, it might have been death metal or metalcore, I can't quite remember. This one came out Nuclear Blast in 2019. So yep, I look forward to listening to this album here. Nailed to Obscurity. I'd never heard of them before he showed them in the video. Good stuff. This is another one, Stedler. I'd never heard of this band either, but I checked them out on YouTube and really enjoyed it, if I remember correctly. Now, looking at the back, it looks like almost a modern hard rock band there. Can't quite remember, but I know I did enjoy when I listened to it. So this one came out on Roadrunner, so maybe it's not hard rock, in 2008 again. Cool stuff. Look forward to hearing that full album. I say I sampled a track or two, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Yep, album I never had, always wanted it, and yeah, I don't know anything from her, but that is the Pretty Reckless, and I'm pretty sure this is their, well, there's two stuck together, or two inside one another, but Pretty Reckless, debut album, light me up. Love Taylor Momsen's vocals, female fronted of course, really good stuff. And then we also have a bit of Wednesday 13. This album is called Transylvania 90210. Yeah, always loved a bit of Wednesday 13, but did not own this album. So yeah, two great albums to have. Let's double check there was nothing on the other ones. Nope. So yeah, more CDs for me to listen to. This is going to keep me busy, that's for sure. Lots of music playing for the car. What on earth do we have here? That is awesome. We have a bit of, this must be a live concert, live demo from the mighty Celtic Frost. The Garage, Glasgow, Scotland, 13th of the 3rd, 2007. So yeah, brilliant. What the quality's like, I have no idea. But yeah, really look forward to hearing that. That's killer. Thanks, Brendan. I thought you'd want to have that one in your own collection. Next one, another brilliant one here. Lordy, I can't believe you never kept these. We have Death, Salisbury Beach, Massachusetts. I always struggle with that word. 16th of the 11th, 1991. That is brilliant. I really look forward to hearing these. Whether it's bad sound quality or not, this is awesome to have. That's super. And then we have, I've heard of this band before, but I don't think I've ever actually checked them out. Prowler, Pre-Taramis, 1984 demo, 23rd of the 11th, 84. And there you have the track listing on the back, so great. A band for me to finally check out. Prowler. Cool. And speaking of Taramis, we have I'm not sure what this one's all about, but Taramis, Prince of Wales, 26th of the 4th, 86. Yeah, don't know who Taramis are either, apart from the fact that obviously were originally turned into Prowler. This is fantastic, Brendan. And now, I don't know anything from this band at all. Brendan goes on about them all the time. I don't think we've actually ever heard them. We have Hobbs, Angel of Death, Tampa, Florida, 1st to the 11th, 2014. So yeah, I believe he died, didn't he? If I remember correctly. So yeah, awesome. This is going to keep me so busy, boy. Now we have Harlot 2012 EP, which I don't think I've ever heard, to my knowledge anyway. Awesome. You should have kept a lot of these for yourself. Now I have heard of this band, and I think I have sampled a track over the years, but that is Light Force and Mystical Thieves. Now I think they are power metal, if I remember correctly, but yeah, that's a great artwork there. Just awesome. Another one for me to listen to. And it's this one. Another Australian band here. I know Scott Waters, big fan of this band. I don't know anything from them, and that is Mortification. I can't read it, but I'm guessing it's a live, 3rd of the 10th, 1991, at something youth cafe. So yeah, awesome. Yep, as I said, I've sampled some Mortification, but never owned anything. So yeah, stoked. And I'm guessing that says Witchcraft Live. Now I have heard of a Witchcraft band, but yeah, not sure about this one at all. But if Brendan sends it to me, he must think I'm going to enjoy it. So yeah, Witchcraft, I guess it says Witchcraft Live. So killer. Really looking forward to giving these a listen. And finally on this lot we have a bit of Dirty Rotten Imbeciles, and this looks like it's a live one as well. Austin, Texas, 22nd of the 5th, I think that says 86. I don't know anything from DRI at all. In actual fact, I don't know anything from SOD either. Back in the day, I was more into my method of destruction, old MOD, and never really gave DRI or SOD a listen, or never gave them enough chance anyway. So yeah, awesome, DRI. Check them out for the first time. Live in Austin, Texas. There's actually one more here. Okay, we have a bit of Canadian Rockers Helix. St. Jacobsville, Basel, Switzerland, 3rd of the 11th, 1983. So a live recording early on from Helix. Brilliant. Good old hard rock, Canadian hard rock there. So yeah, stoked with that one too. And then there's a lot more too. We've got here. Oh, brilliant. We have probably one of my top 5 favourite Australian bands of all time. We have the mighty Mortal Sin. This is Rehearsal, 13th of the 5th, 87, and it runs for 44 minutes. So that's awesome. This is the sort of thing you never find anywhere else. And thanks to Brendan, I now have them in my collection. Can't believe he gave me the Mortal Sin, mate, unless there was a lot of other Mortal Sin in that bundle that you got from a friend. Brilliant. Now, what's this one? We have another Mortal Sin. What's this one? It's going to be so busy here. 27th of the 6th, 89. DY Hotel. Live. That's another Mortal Sin. Awesome. I don't know where I'm going to start when I start listening to these. And we have another Mortal Sin. Mortal Sin, Bell Street Nook, maybe, or Bell Street Rock, 12th 11th, 89. Another live recording. So much to listen to. This is brilliant. It's like all my Christmases have come at once. Now we have just another Mortal Sin. This is Rehearsal. Rehearsal from 89, so there's a Rehearsal from 87 and a Rehearsal from 89. So yeah, I don't know what to say. The stack is just growing down here. What on earth is this? We have Hordes of the Black Cross. Know nothing about this band at all, never heard of them, but it looks, looking at the CD, it looks pretty dark and dreary. So yeah, bit of death metal I'd imagine, or death thrash, blackened thrash. Not sure, but looks fantastic. If Brendan sent it to me, I'm sure I'm going to like it. This is awesome. This is probably the best one so far. For me, I don't own this album on any format. Always wanted it. And we have Cold Lake remaster from Celtic Frost. What's involved in this one, I'm not sure. Remaster, but yeah, I don't own it. So yeah, that is superb. Yeah, I would love to find the vinyl one day, but it will never ever be reissued because Tom G. Warrior despises the album, but I love it. Awesome. Best one so far, buddy. And it's still stacking up. We have another Celtic Frost. How long is this video going for? 19 minutes already. Celtic Frost. I think that's interviews. Yeah, awesome. Hope you're not bored yet, guys. Now we have Megadeth Unplugged in Philly 2005. Unplugged. I've never heard Megadeth Unplugged before, so that should be a really good listen. Great. And now we have more Megadeth. Megadeth interviews, 8th of the 2nd, 91. Oz tour, interviews and tracks. And also there's live in Sydney, where my wife is going next week. She's off to Sydney, Australia on holiday, and I'm staying home. Well, somebody has to work, but yeah, awesome. The stack is just growing. Now we have more Celtic Frost. This looks like it's a live recording. Live in Birmingham, October 87. Great. Really looking forward to checking out every single one of these. Celtic Frost. Can't go wrong. Now we have another Death. The Sound of Perseverance, live in Eindhoven, Netherlands, May 31st, 1998. 1998, I should say. Fantastic. Lots of live stuff and interviews. Keep me busy for a long time. What's this one? We have a bit of Warbringer. I don't know anything by Warbringer. I actually sent Brendan vinyl of theirs a few years back as a prize from a competition. But this is Waking into Nightmares. So yeah, look forward to checking that out for sure. This is killer. It's absolutely killer. Now we have a bit of Megadeth again. Festival Hall, Melbourne, 13th of the 11th, 07. Were you there by any chance, mate? I'd love to see Megadeth live. This hasn't happened. But yeah, more live Megadeth. Now we have a bit of Halloween. Nuremberg, Germany, 29th of the 8th, 1987. So that will be a fantastic listen for sure. Yeah, that will be. So I'm going through these a bit quicker now. I would have been going with 23 minutes. And we have, I think that says Slayer interviews. Why didn't you keep this one for yourself, buddy? Interviews on 3JJJ, which is a radio station over in Australia. So yeah, look forward to hearing what the boys have to say. We've got 88, 86, 95 and 89. Cool. And then we have Ghost BC. Now, I was never into Ghost until the new album came out, and I absolutely love it. But I've never owned anything else from them because that's my introduction to the band, the new one. And he had this one. He's not a big Ghost fan, and he didn't particularly want this one. So I said, yep, I'll take it. This one is just Infestus. I'm not going to pronounce it, but if you know the band, you know what album it is. This one came out in 2013. So yeah, look forward to hearing this one. A lot of people say the earlier stuff is better because it's heavier, but I will find out when I listen to it. So yeah, brilliant. My second Ghost album I've had. Right, and there's still more. we have a more Mason. This one is Warhead. Fantastic album. Both the Mason albums I've listened to constantly on YouTube. I'm not sure if they're on Spotify, but I've heard them on YouTube. I love them both, but this probably would be my favourite of the two. This one came out in 2013, so this is killer, mate. Lots of Australian goodness in here for me, and yeah, it's very hard for me to come by these for a good price, and with the shipping from Australia, it's ridiculous. So yeah, stoked for have the other Mason album I was after. You are a legend, brother. Thank you so much for that. Don't think they've ever come out on vinyl to my knowledge. We've got lots of bubble wrap holding everything together. Now, this is definitely an Australian band, if I remember correctly. I haven't heard them, but I've heard of them, and Brendan has spoken about them on his channel. We have Flaming Wreckage, From Flesh to Dust. Now, I'm picking thrash metal for sure, but look at the artwork. This is dark, fantastic. This one came out in 2016. Yeah, look forward to hearing this. Lots of Australian stuff in here, bands I just haven't checked out. Big fan of Australian metal, but there's a lot of cool bands coming out of Aussie that I just unaware of without Brendan's help. So yeah, fantastic. Flaming Wreckage. Now, I've definitely heard of this band, and he just spoke about them in his one of his last videos. And first of all, we have a sticker, which is cool, and that band is Idle Ruin. This is a 4-track EP from 2020. I actually don't think I've actually given this band a listen. I may have done, but they definitely look like they are a 3-piece, but this is thrash metal for sure. Yeah, fantastic. I love that black and white artwork too. So yeah, stoked, mate. All this Australian stuff is just. And now I believe this band is Australian as well. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they are. That is Nothing Sacred. Band looks awesome on the back there. We've got a bunch of older guys there around our age. This one came out in 2021, so pretty damn new. Thrash metal as well as far as I'm aware of. It's awesome. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Been going for 28 minutes now, but yeah, Nothing Sacred, definitely from Australia. No Gods is the name of the album. What can I say? Lots of Australian goodness here. And finally, a CD here. You didn't have to, mate, but I've been wanting this album. I was going to pick it up on vinyl, but I couldn't find it here in New Zealand, and it was pretty pricey, especially for the shipping. And that is the new, well, from last year or 2020, I'm pretty sure it was last year. Mordred, yeah, 2021. I'm pretty sure this was topped Brendan's 2021 list too. And I actually have heard this album all the way through. Just haven't picked it up, but it is a fantastic listen. There's all sorts in here. You have your thrash, we have a bit of new metal influence in there as well. We have some rap, but yeah, I really enjoy it. And yeah, first album in 25 years. Thank you very much. I know you picked this up on CD and vinyl, so perhaps you just sent me the CD because you have the vinyl. Don't know for sure, but yeah, killer. This is going to be the first one I put on for sure. I'm playing in the car on the way to work in the morning. Awesome. Brilliant artwork too. So I think that's all the CDs. I'd say there's definitely more than 20 there. But there we have another stiffener. And I'm not going to look. Still don't know what it is. Brilliant. My first ever Malice record. In the beginning, of course I've heard of Malice, I heard their songs over the years, but never come across anything. And Brendan did ask me whether I had anything from the band Malice. I said, no, I don't. And I was very excited when he said that to me, because I didn't know anything and I've always wanted to. We have Malice on Atlantic. There's the band there on the back. Looks in superb condition considering it's got a black cover. It definitely smells old. And then we just have lyrics and liner notes. So that is fantastic. My first ever Malice, thanks to Brendan. In actual fact, my first ever from lots of these bands that I never owned before. So yeah, what year this one come out? 1985. Before I even started getting into the hard rock and metal. And I'm sure the record is pristine. Bit of static on there, but yeah, looks super clean. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. You seem to find some pretty cool stuff over there in Australia. We can't find it over here. So all the just generic stuff. Right, now we have Magnum and Kingdom of Madness. I've never even heard of this album from Magnum. I've never seen that cover before in my life either. I love a bit of Magnum. I have 2 albums from them. Can't remember off the top of my head. 2 of the major main ones from the late 80s. This one came out in 87 and it says it's a compilation. So yeah, that's cool. Can't go wrong with compilation. I think I also have a best of too on CD. And nothing inside. But yeah, never seen that. I've never seen this before in my life. Never even heard of it. Kingdom of Madness. So that's awesome. Superb. And the vinyl. It's on Castle Classics, which I've never heard of before, to be honest. Really cool yellow label there. And lucky last. Put the box away. Very well packed. We have Lucifer's Friend. Heard of them, never heard anything from them. He did mention this band. What's it called? Mean Machine. And this just happens to be a gold stamp promo, which is awesome. I don't have many of those at all. I think I've got a couple. The debut Rat EP I have on a promo press, but this one came out in 1981, so very early album from this band, which but I said I don't think I've ever sampled them as far as I'm aware of. And it comes out on the Elektra, an old Elektra label there, just on your standard black wax, but it looks super clean. Superb. What can I say? Your generosity amazes me, mate. As I said, I've got a package coming out to you too, which I hope you will enjoy. But this stack is unbelievable. From the bottom of my heart, mate, thank you so much. Also, thank you to Pieface for those CDs. Brilliant stuff. The Celtic Frost, the Megadeth, the Mordred especially, the Mortal Sin, just Mortification, just unbelievable. The Malice, check out Lucifer's Friend for the first time, and that Magnum album. So much to delve into here. It's going to keep me busy for a while. I'll have to stop buying stuff so I can actually get through this. I probably won't. But yeah, brilliant stuff, mate. Really appreciate it. And really enjoy your friendship and many more years to come. Thanks guys for watching, for putting up with me for 35 minutes almost. I'm going to sign off now. I go to bed. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks Brendan. Awesome.